Hello my dog-licking dogs. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. Now I'm in the best mood ever today. Don't know why, just am. Love that. So today I'm going to be filming a full face of Colourpop. Now I just got a package in the post from them. I purchased it all myself. This video is not sponsored. So I've got quite a bit of new shit to try out. I've got some of the BRISBANE Rock collection as well. So let's get into it. Now, I need to wipe my face off. I'm just going to take a Neutrogena makeup wipe because I touched my nose before and I'm hell oily. I'm just going to get all the oil off because I feel like when I don't wipe my nose or my face before doing my makeup, the foundation doesn't stick properly and it leaves like little dots sometimes. So, just going to get all the excess oil off before starting today's vid. Alright, the first thing we're going to be trying out is this Colourpop Brow Boss eyebrow pencil in the shade Brunette. Oh, there we go. Now, I already really like this because it's got the spoolie on this side, and I feel like all brow pencils need to have this. It should be like compulsory because you just need it. So I'm just gonna start filling in under me brow. I'm not gonna be really touching the front. I'm just gonna kind of do that because I'm really feeling like this natural brow again lately. Normally I'm like all about those Instagram brows, but this time I'm like, give me this shit. It's such a beautiful day outside. Like, it was so nice. I just got back from a friend's daughter's birthday party and they had like a jumping castle where everything. It was so cute and it's like the most perfect weather. It's like, it's not too hot. It's just beautiful. Yeah, I'm just gonna put some liner lips on because my lips are on fire. Much better. Alright, now that my brows are filled in exactly how I want them, I'm going to move on to my eyes. Instead of doing my face first, I'm going to do my eyes. And I'm just going to jump in with the Colourpop Concealer. This is in the shade Fair number 5. Now, I love this shit. I've been using it for quite some time now. This isn't something new that I'm trying out. I freaking love it. It's so affordable. And damn good coverage, Bindi, isn't it? Where are you, Ben? Tell me that it is, because I know it is. Just admit it. I'm just going to take a flat brush and just kind of carve out these brows. I'm just going to kind of pull that down ever so slightly. I'm just going to kind of blend that out before it dries, just so I don't have a harsh concealer line. Now, because I am testing out a new eyeshadow today, I do not want to use this concealer for an eye base because I have used it for an eye base before and I don't know if it was this or the shadows that played up, so I want to really get the true color and pigmentation of the shadow. So I'm just going to use a little bit of my P. Louise base. I'm going to use this for every single time I like use new eyeshadows or anything like that. I just feel like you get the best color payoff. So I'm just going to go in and just apply it to my lid. Now, you can use the Colourpop concealer. Last time I used it as a base, as I said before, it just didn't really work out well for me and I wasn't sure if it was the eyeshadows or if it was the concealer. So I'm just going to go with me gut instinct and just use this. Moving on to my eyeshadow, I'm going to be trying out this eyeshadow palette here. This is from the new BRISBANE Rock and Colourpop collection. This is the Lit palette. That's what it looks like inside. Cute. First shade I'm gonna dip into is called Cleo Amore. I'm pretty sure that's named after BRISBANE's sister's kid. I'm pretty sure. I'm not too sure, but that's cute. If it is a nice little personal touch. I'm just gonna take that yellow and I'm gonna start off by putting it in my cross. And I'm gonna build that color up just on this fluffy brush. And this is going to be used as my transition. Pale pigmented for a yellow, which is always good. And I'm going to bring that right in to my inner corner, like literally all the way in there. Tuck it right up in there. That is like hella pigmented and it blends really well too. Off to a good start, Dill. Next shade I'm going to take is called Period. Period with a T on the end. Interesting. I'm just going to take that on a packing brush. And I'm just going to go right here. And I hope this blends into the yellow nicely. That would be phenom. Oh yeah, cool. And I'm gonna once again bring that right into that inner corner. I'm gonna bring it up above my natural crease a little bit just so you can see everything and it looks super smoky when my eyes still open. Just gonna change up my brush to something a little bit less dense than that. and start blending that orange into the yellow, just in little circular motions. It's blending into the yellow really cool. I'm just gonna take a little bit more of the yellow and just kind of go over the edge of the yellow and the orange just to bind them together a bit more. That's how pretty. Look at that. Oh, now I'm just gonna take a smaller brush and I'm gonna take the shade called Macchiato, which is like a dark sort of brown. And I'm just gonna pop that right on the outer V, just there. And just gently bring it through my crease. I'm not gonna put too much of this one because I don't want to take away from the orange and the yellow. This is just to kind of define it a little bit more. This is really good. The shadows are like where I pack them and then I blend them, they're like staying in the same spot. And that's always super handy when you have eyeshadows like that. Now I'm just gonna cut my crease, taking a tiny bit of the P. Louise base. And then I'm gonna just carve this motherfucker out. I'm not doing anything too crazy. I'm kind of just carving out the front part and just blending that into the shadow. Blended, that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. It's like a half cut crease, that looks cool. Then I'm gonna dip back into the palette and take the shade or whatever. I'm just gonna pop that on there just so we have like a nice clear lid rather than putting like a shimmer or anything there. We're just gonna keep it nice and simple on that lid. Then I'm just taking a little bit more of that orange color and just popping it on the outer V and more or less just blending it into the lid. So just a really simple sort of eye, but still cute. Now let's do a wing, because I haven't done a wing in a while. I'm gonna be taking the Colourpop gel liner in the shade Swerve. That looks a little bit too small for me. I'm just gonna make this a little bit bigger. And I'm also just gonna do like a little flick just on my inner corner just to kind of join the wing up. Okay, you guys, I just finished off both eyes. I also added some mascara. Colourpop doesn't do mascara, correct me if I'm wrong. Lashes, and a little bit of glitter liner. That is, none of it is Colourpop, so I'm gonna leave it down below because it's not part of the actual video, but I feel like the look needed it. And my wing just kept getting thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker. And what is this? Alrighty guys, let's now move on to the face. Okay, so for primer, I don't actually have a Colourpop primer. I don't even know if Colourpop does primers. I might have one, but I cannot find it. I've looked everywhere. So I'm just gonna move straight on to Foundation. Now for that, I'm gonna be trying out this one. Now I've seen so many people use and love this. This is the No Filter Foundation. I think this is around $12 Australian. So just a little bit more expensive than the Colourpop Wet n Wild. I'm just gonna put some of this onto the back of my hand. Now I have not tried this ever. I'm just gonna start by just gonna put it there. And then I'm gonna take my beauty blender that is not wet. It is in right now. Just gonna dip my blender into a little bit of that foundation, and then I'm just gonna start blending this in. The coverage of this already, are you guys seeing this? Let's keep going. I'm just gonna plaster more of this onto this side of my face. This is covering up all my sunburn, all my pimples, and everything so well. Okay, next door's just started playing music, so sorry if you can hear that. Nothing I can do about that. I'm just gonna have to talk a little bit louder and tell them to shut the fuck up! Oh, they turned it off. They must have heard. This foundation is like stunning. The coverage is phenom. I'm just gonna take my Morphe G36 and I'm just gonna run that down my neck so we don't have a floating head and a massive separation from the beard. Do you know what I mean? I know it's a little bit too dark for me, but I'm a little bit tan at the moment, so we're gonna make it work. I'm just really impressed with the coverage, and like, it's such a thin consistency, but the coverage is definitely there. Rightio guys, now that that is all done, I'm just gonna take my concealer. I'm gonna highlight the bridge of my nose, my forehead. I might just go here before I do my under eyes, just to bring some light back to the center of the face after cutting out all the natural highlights with all this full coverage foundation. Okay, now just going in on me under eyes with the concealer. Bam. Not that much for now. Okay, I'm just gonna be blending that in with my booty. My booty blender. Oh, it's hot today in Brisbane. Woo! It is starting to heat up real goddamn motherfucking quick, eh? I get so angry when I'm like hot. It's a bit of that joke. Okay guys, that has blended out to perfection. As you know, I love this concealer. It's not my first time using it, but now I am going to be trying this for the first time. This is the No Filter Setting Powder. This is the translucent one. This is my first time ever using this. Just going to take it on my damp beauty blender. And I'm just going to go straight over where I have put the concealer. Okay, my camera's playing up with the color. It's really annoying. Anyway, moving on to the rest of the face, I'm going to be taking the Colourpop No Filter Sheer Pressed Powder. This is in the shade Medium. Now, I haven't tried this before. And from what I can tell already, it's pretty good coverage. Okay, guys, while that is baking a little bit under my eyes and my face is setting, I'm just going to move back into the Lit palette. And I'm just going to take a little dome brush and I'm just going to grab that yellow. I'm just going to put it directly under the eye. Then I'm going to take that orangey sort of shade. Then I'm just going to go right up against my lash line with the shade Macchiato. I'm just putting that right up against the lash line. Just to bring a little bit of definition back, you know what I mean? And just kind of blending them together. Moving on to the rest of the face, I'm going to be taking this little palette. I've had this for a while now. This is just a highlighter and a bronzer or contour duo. I'm just going to be taking this part here. And I'm just going to more or less start chiseling out the face a little bit. And warming her up. I'm going to turn my fan back on because I'm sweating up a fucking storm. Now, I'm going to be contouring my face a little bit using the pressed powder. Oh, this is a bronzer, but it's a little bit more cool tone, so I'm going to use it as a contour. This is in the shade Private Party. So I'm just going to take a small stippling brush, and I'm just going to take, oh my god, it's so powdery. Wow. Take a little bit at a time. I contour, what is this, ASMR? I contour my face with like whatever brush I'm feeling. And right now I'm feeling this one. So I'm just taking little bits at a time and slowly building up that contour, darling. It's actually really nice. That doesn't look muddy or anything, and it's adding like some cool tone to the warmth, so it's not like, so it's got a little bit of shadow in there. It looks a little bit more natural, or should I say neutral for this look? This is not natural whatsoever, darling. A little bit under the bottom lip. I'm just gonna run around my nose a little bit and contour that. Not really contour it, just like bring it back to the face because it's kind of disappeared with all this high coverage foundation. Now for my highlighter, I'm gonna try out this I Like Your Face palette. This is just a highlighter palette and I haven't actually ever used this before. Nope, I think I've swatched it, but I haven't used it. Just gonna take my Anastasia A23 and I think the shade I'm gonna use is like this one just here, maybe a little bit of that. We'll see how it goes, but I'm gonna take a little bit of that for now. Might mix in a little bit of that, just a little bit darker. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Would you look at that? That looks so good. I'm also just gonna hit my tip of the nose, bridge, and Cupid's bow under there. Then what I'm gonna do is just take a smaller brush with that highlighter and pop a little bit under the brow bone on that side and a little bit under the brow bone on that side. And then a little bit just under my inner corner where that little flick is there, just to brighten that up. Now for blush, I have this one here. This is from the Bretman Rock collection. This is in the shade Stop It. It's a super shock cheek matte shadow. Now it's very bright, so I'm just gonna go in very sparingly with this. Just gonna take that much. That blends out really well. I feel like Colourpop's formulas are really, really nice and they're really like blendable. Like everything I've used today has been great. Except one thing I will say, the eyeliner when I was doing it, it was a little bit drying and kind of hard to work with. So you have to really like use it quickly once it's on the brush and then get it on there and not go back over it. Otherwise it's kind of fucked. But other than that, it turned out pretty well fucking good. For the inner corners of my eyes, I'm just going to take this inner rim liner. This is the cream gel liner in the shade, what the fuck is that? Honey Dude. Okay. Just jab my fucking eye out, wow. Eyes looking nice and wide open. You've got to keep your legs wide open. All the possibilities. Okay guys, now for my lips, I'm just going to be using Chi. This is the matte lipstick. I've had this for like 4 years, believe it or not, and it's like one of my favorite lipsticks ever. And it hasn't lost its like quality or anything. And then just to go over the top, I'm just going to take the Ultra Glossy Lip. This is the Colourpop X Delilah Gloss in the shade New Day. Just to go over. Just because my lips are so fucking dry at the moment. I don't really want to have a matte. Oh, that smells cute. It smells like lollies. Perfect. All right, last but not least, I'm just going to set my face with the Colourpop All-Star Face Setting Spray. So refreshing. Oh. Okay guys, this now brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. My overall thoughts, the foundation is fucking incredible. I love the concealer. The powder's not too bad. I feel like I'm going to need to play around with it a little bit more to see if I fully like it. That contour blended so well, and so did that bronzer. The highlighter was amazing. The inner corner, the waterline shit was amazing. The brow stuff was great. The face powder was awesome. The eyeshadow was extremely, like, not extremely pigmented, but like, you can see it. Like, it's good, and it blended, they bounded well together. The eyeliner was a little bit drying and hard to use, probably took me about an hour to get that done, but we got there in the end. And the products that Colourpop doesn't make that I did use will be listed down below because I am a good YouTuber. Anyway guys, I love you so much. If you got to this part of the video, thank you so much for watching. Shout out to you for not getting sick of my fucking annoying voice. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you all in my next video. By the way, fun stuff coming in January, February, March next year. So keep your eyes peeled. Ears peeled? Eyes peeled. Who knows? Anyway, love you guys. Bye! See ya! Ew!